Hi, and welcome back to Let's Win Darkest Dungeon. I'm Fwop, and this is episode 40. Time to kill the Swine King. We just unlocked him last episode with a short little foray into the darkness. We have quite the crew here. I need to check their abilities. Vulnerability, Demon's Pull. Is that what I really want? Disma Forno Ross Telepede. Disma Forno Ross Telepede. Alright, everyone is good to go with level 5 weapons and armor. Here we are rocking this, the ranged weapons, grape shot, point blank pistol mixed with lunge makes all the sense in the world. Does exactly what you think it would do. Take aim. It's pretty sick crit bonus there. Might be worth considering against a boss. Let me think. What would it go up to? If level 1 is 5% crit, then this would be plus 9% crit. Which is pretty sick, but is it worth losing lunge? In this instance, point blank shot, it might actually, yeah, point blank shot might be the way to go if we're going to focus down, which we are going to focus down the Swine King first. So take aim looks better the higher level you are. What do we have here? If it bleeds. Bleeding is actually a tactic I've considered. So this one leaves you off balance, but really stacks on the bleed. Bleed out. And Disma can move her forward to use it. Let's spend some cash to see what this looks like. So it starts off at 3 bleed, 3 points of damage. It's got a 50% bonus damage and good crit chance. 4. 5 bleed in 3 rounds. 100 accuracy. Not the best accuracy in the world, but not bad. 9% crit chance, that's as good as Wicked Hack. But you can only attack the very first guy, and it puts you off balance with that minus 20% damage, minus 15 dodge penalty. But it does deal extra damage. Let's look at our options. Wicked Hack lets you attack one of the front 2. Yup. Breakthrough. If it bleeds, lets you attack the middle 2, which is really nice. But you lose 5% crit in exchange for some bleed. Would I replace Wicked Hack with Bleed Out? Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Bleed Out, and if it bleeds, gives you attack on the first 3 ranks. Adrenaline Rush cures Blight Bleed, which is looking better and better these days. Yop has that 6 stun. Breakthrough also throws you off balance. And of course, Adrenaline Rush can buy you time after throwing yourself off balance. It'll not only negate the off balance penalty from one attack, but your next attack after that will have pure buff as the debuff wears off. And the buff continues. We don't have a pure healer. Let's take Breakthrough and Adrenaline Rush. I mean, obviously we have both, so no biggie. Here, we never mark our own targets. Pshaw. You got pretty much everything going on up here. Sacrificial Stab is not going to do the damage. Vulnerability Hex. I don't know, these guys are so resistant to debuff, it's obnoxious. What's their stun chance? 140? Let's look at stun chances. 165, that is the best stun as far as I can tell. Equal to the flashbang. Good crit chances here. Excellent crit chance on Sacrificial Stab. Tons of Eldritch damage, 14% crit. Whew. Weakening Curse, I'm afraid, is just, these days, unlikely to get used. Do love Hands from the Abyss. Okay, all level 5, all level 5. Yep. Yep. Let's look at camping skills. Gallows Humor. No, moved away from that. Revel. No. Takedown, tracking. This is how we do it. No scout ahead for Ross. Alright. That's all looking good, right? What was I missing? Oh, it was the leper. Gallows Humor. Yeah, not what I'm looking for. And of course I already peeked in here. Another dodgy sheath. I do not need 2 of those, that's for sure. Let us embark. Let's crush this guy. Alright, so when you look at equipment, we got Dodgy Sheath for the speed and the dodge, which is drained away by the focus ring for accuracy and crit chance. Pretty standard, nice mix of everything. The overall loss in hit points, but increase everywhere else. Here we focused purely on damage and crit chance with a 35% bonus to damage, a 10% bonus to crit chance, and we lose out in the accuracy, death blow, and affliction area. So if she hits the bottom of the barrel when it comes to hit points, things could get quite ugly. But the Swine King should be easy to hit and bleed and kill. Alright, here we went for speed and dodge. With a loss of hit points, and an increase in accuracy and crit chance, which you will note is pretty much like exactly what he has. Matter of fact, is that pretty much exactly the same item? 3 speed, 15 dodge, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly the same item, except Highwaymen lose more hit points and have less, but I suppose that means that a higher percentage actually equals fewer hit points overall. And here I've chosen Heavy Boots, which I really like, and Mooncloak to go with hard skin, 13% base resistance to damage, or whatever that is, 13% protection, with an extra 8 when fighting in the dark, and 10 more dodge to make up for the 8 dodge lost here. Also, with incredibly high speed, don't have much trouble. We are going to fight in the dark as we get extra speed on Ross. And for no in the dark, and yeah, also know On Guard makes putting Disma up front for point blank shot a great idea. And Hard Noggin, I think we only have that on Disma, but that's why we brought him. For no also has that sick precision striker crit chance bonus, which is just brutal. So let's see how this boss shapes up compared to the others. Alright, we are low on established heals. It's only a medium. We'll bring all this food. I'm gonna bring 6 bandages for the heals. In the warrens, I'm gonna bring a little bit of everything. And we're gonna fight in the dark. I really don't want to dig. I've got tons of money, so I'm not worried about paying for extra stuff. Anti-venom. Do I really want extra anti-venoms? Not really in the warren. There's those worm things that can cause it. We'll bring 3. But the bandages, because of our cultist, and the...
My first attempts at summoning were crude, and the results disappointing. I soon found, however, that the type and condition of the host's meat was a critical factor. The best results came from pigs, whose flesh is most like that of man.
Gross. Alright, warrens indeed. I'm pretty sure that you, the layout that you can get is based on the area you're exploring. Just a thought, guys, but I think that this multi-connected rooms is most common when exploring the warrens. So I'm going to keep my eyes out for that. Do we want to camp first? Nah. Let's explore. We don't want to hit the Swine King before we do any of that. Does anyone have... You, sir. I don't think that does anything to it. Pretty bad. This is why we brought
Such
shovels.
blockages are unsurprising.
Go, mouse, go. What are you
These
doing?
tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
My mouse is just a bit... Make up your mind. It refuses my commands. There we go. Just had to flip the mouse pad over because, you know, that's logical. Okay, let's play. We don't hit the boss early. Whew. Whoa, scout. Alright, awesome. That'll let us deal with this. You are Trap Master. Weak sauce, Trap Master. Swinotar, hulking Swinotar, human beasts, rough. So I have a 70% chance to stun on that bad boy. Speed 6, speed 2. Guaranteed stun on the Swine Marcher. Let's get this guy in the hopes of, yep, getting the Swinotar to the front.
Well struck.
Taking him out forthwith with a point blank. And a collect bounty. Not impressive damage. It bleeds. Note that the everyone's bleed resist here is pretty low. It bleeds doesn't give us the debuff. 1321 damage. Let's whack this guy since he's stunned. Did not get the bleed on him, unfortunately. Wah wah. Yeah, you don't want that Swinotar at the back. Can we take this guy out? Chances are no. We're not going to get to collect a bounty. pull that Swinotar to the front. That sucks.
The bigger the beast,
That does not
the greater
suck.
the glory.
I hate getting critically hit by
Devastating blow.
stress-causing abilities. It's so brutal.
This expedition at least promises
6 damage,
success.
sure. Sure.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
Let's just go ahead and camp.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
Alright, clean guns. Crit chance are a must. Accuracy and damage versus large monsters, yes. She's gonna be the one dealing most of the damage. And then we've got 4 left. Plan takedown is nice. Not getting surprised is better if I'm gonna do this in the dark. Let's go with a double surprise. Bonuses to make sure that all our fights leading up to the Swine King don't wear us down too much. And that we can fight in the dark for that extra crit chance across the whole party. Which I'll note is probably a bit overpowered, so go ahead and use it. They're on us! Ambush! We look surprised, don't we? We're not. BT dubs. Not surprised. It's harder to undo stress damage than it is bleed or whatever the Swine Reaver might inflict on us. Might switch out one of my occultist's abilities as he's not really... Alright, there's not a fight coming up soon. Maybe stacking debuff
Prodigious size alone
resistance
does not
on your
dissuade
Hellion
the
is a good
sharpened
plan too.
blade.
Let's go ahead and throw that buff out. Like I said, this buff will make up for this damage penalty and then some on your next action, and then I think the action after that, your debuff will go away and the buff will still be there. Not 100% sure, but I think that's true. Not enough. Nice.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Glittering gold. Alright. It behooves us to skip everything until we get to the king at this point. At least I believe so. It might be... There are 2 ways to look at it. One is, I'm at the height of my power and resources right now. The other is, the boss might tear me up so bad that I can't continue afterwards, whereas I could actually take everything out beforehand without losing a massive amount of my anti-boss power. I do want to fight the boss in the dark though, so it means I need to go up and around, not directly to the boss. And I will have to fight somebody. But since the boss is right here, let's just go ahead. Thank you, awesome scouting party. Run the light down so that Mooncloak kicks in. Just as planned. Once again, I don't have anything to deal with this. I mean, I can't set it on fire. So I guess I won't worry about it. Alright, I'm making sure to go that last extra step to get my torch down. And of course, it's nice to hit this treasure room when I have everything scouted out and use up that last key before the boss fight. At least if I retreat right after the boss fight, I get all of the, I've hit all the treasure rooms.
Decimated.
Nice. Thank you for being. Remember,
strike.
since he's on guard, he gets 5% extra crit, which is sick. Oh, I do love this drum on the drummer. Yeah, someone told me to look at that. Yeah, okay. You do not get to attack me while sitting in my lap, cat. Let's mark and pin that guy to the floor for the execution. Ouch. I've been hook hurted. Let's see, no fight after this, so I can stack up the debuffs and they will be gone. I leave everyone low, but not dead. It's okay. Grapefruit Blast will take care of them.
Press disadvantage. Give them no quarter. A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Goodies. And go to the boss. Good bit of food.
Terrors may indeed stalk these shadows, but yonder, a glint of gold.
Alright, Mooncloak is officially, well, I guess it was maxed out before. But let's take a look at our health. Max it out. And let's drop in on the Swine King and say hi. As soon as we get our party in the right order. Okay, this time I'm not going to kill Wilbur first like I've done all the other ones. And we'll see if the Swine King is easier to deal with. 165 chance stun. That's still a 45% chance of stun, which is pretty sick. I don't really want to move Wilbur to the front, I guess. Let's give it a shot. Why not? I mean, he's not marked yet. And so we can use if it bleeds or bleed out. If it bleeds, bleed resist is incredibly low. I want to use my bonus accuracy and damage. I don't want to lower her dodge while she's marked. Do you want to go for the buff or not? I don't think it's not going to increase her accuracy, just her damage. Let's not. Let's try and stack this bleed as deep as possible. Brutal. Brutal indeed. But not as bad as he normally does.
Powerful blow.
Wah wah. Is he 3 spaces wide? What? He's huge. Alright, let's finish this guy off first. %43% chance to crit.
How many
Yes.
rats will it take to gnaw through a ton of putrid flesh?
Oh, wow. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to prepare so hard. Oh, it looks like you stunned me, Wilbur. I've got something coming your way. Just saying. I hope you're ready. Uh-oh. Wah wah. Let's do this again. Really just wanted to buy time for the heal. Nice. Well,
Remind
guys.
yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
I'm gonna go with killing Wilbur first is a bad idea because every fight I've had against the Swine King up to this point has been horrific because of that like uber AoE stun attack. And it turns out he just doesn't whip that out if you don't kill Wilbur. So kill the Swine King first. Also, of course, focusing on retardedly high crit chances with my characters landed me like 112 damage from crits. Or I suppose, you know, that's only like 70 or 80, but that's like half his hit points in crits. So, yeah, guys, I hope you weren't looking forward to a challenge to the Swine King or anything, right? I know you weren't. You haven't been begging me for the Swine King or anything like that. There you go. No problem. I'm gonna ditch this for emeralds. I'm gonna ditch busts for crests, upgrade that survivalist, as I don't know what else to upgrade. Don't need no blight charm. I love
Finding the
contents.
stuff is only the first test.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll
Now
collect
it
sun
must be
rings.
carried home.
Ooh, and a shovel. I don't need those. How much do I need crests? This tough ring is pretty cool. 8% protection is always good. Minus 12 dodge and 20% extra hit points, of course, makes it significantly better than those boots that we're carrying around on you. 4 extra dodge lost and no move resist, but it gives us 7 extra hit points on our low hit point occultist. It could do a lot more on other characters. And I have 2 more pairs of those, so I will ditch them. Alright. Yeah, not interested. Oh, I'm really not interested in deeds, though. We are running out of food. I guess we could risk... Starving isn't so bad, I guess, when our party's this boss and our crit chance is so high. But I am going to beeline directly towards a starting position where there are multiple little hallway items that might give me food. After I peek out into this corridor... Yeah, no, those scrolls can't eat scrolls. Try and lock her down.
Destroyed.
Everyone is highly bleed resistant in this party as well. I don't think it's from level. I mean, it's got to be a natural thing for them, but like 80% bleed, 70, 70, 80. Let's show this guy what it means to be overmatched. And let's get you back to the front where you belong. Fish for crits.
These nightmarish
What?
creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
That's pleasant. Don't starve, don't starve, don't starve. Don't think about food, guys. Don't think about food. Just get through this fight. Yes. these are the most susceptible to stun. I don't think finish him counts. Let's hit this guy. It's always nice when point blank shot wears out one enemy. Breakthrough. I could have a fight right after this, so I prefer not to use any of the debilitating ones. Let's rock this guy since he's stunned. Nice self setup there. This one, oh well. What are you gonna do? That's 28 damage effectively. There we go, he's dead, so we can use this ability for a heal. Use it on yourself. Get those suffering bonus hit points back.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
More cash, more. We're not gonna need holy water, I feel. What is there to scout? Oh. I am gonna peek out here. Check this fight out. Okay, it's just a crate. I really need food, so I'm gonna go back the other way once I finish this fight. And of course, it'd be nice to get this fight in before we all start starving. Beautiful. We can get the mark on this ghoul after we put the pain on it. We can go ahead and bleed out against this guy. Nice dodge, everyone. Almost everyone. And the bounty for the kill. Well, close enough. Yes, fishing for crits is always nice. And we move back in the position we want them in.
As victories mount, so too will resistance. 12
crests in exchange for anything? No thanks. I have pretty much all the heirlooms I need. Come on, food cart. Not food cart. Shovels. No, you're not food either. Uh-oh. Okay, we're gonna go through here. We're gonna peek out this door. It's gonna be food. Books are not food. Torch. Do I care if these guys accumulate stress? Do I really need to push on? I think we got everything we need out of this fight, so let's just go before anyone starves. The price of maxing out my health before fighting the boss. Totally worth it in my book. No point in stressing my characters out. Even if I could fight that stress off with critical hits, I'm not desperate for anything. Play it safe. Alright. This whole crew. Slayer of Beasts. It's a little late. But Slayer of Beasts. It's really late. Damn, guys. These guys are about to hit level 5, which is just gravy.
My obsession caused this great foulness.
Alright, week 40.
Shameful that I must rely upon
Boom,
you
Swine
to set
King
it right.
down. Looks like there are only 3 bosses left, right? All of the level 5 ones. The Swine God, the Hag Witch, and the Necro Lord. And of course the level 6 challenges. I believe we have one of each character at level 4 at least. I only count 9. Who am I missing? Torlaville. Alright, so that was totally the awesome climactic battle that you were looking for, right? What is this? Grave Robber. 15% damage, 30% chance to debuff skills. Minus 8% death blow resist. Extra food consumed. Raider's Talisman. And a tough ring. I do like both of these. And since I've got that, since I've got the cheapness, wow, there's way more items. This last upgrade, yeah, it gave me 4 extra choices. There you go. I'd like to note that the last upgrade to wagon size is way better than the rest. Sun Cloak, Scouting Chance for the Grave Robber. Cool. Alright. I do like the sun stuff. That would be good things to take if I just wanted to go level 5 adventures, which maybe I will. Of course, it's going to cost me a ton of money to buy these things. So I mean, I don't have any left over for that. It's going to be 25k. Just going to put me in the Pauper's house again. 30% chance to debuff skills. Now, someone pointed out that I incorrectly stated that there are no blight skills on the Grave Robber. There's totally Poison Dart. Now, when I look at debuffs, I'm gonna have to assume that they're counting stun and blight, right? Debuff skills, but I mean, the game really doesn't suggest that that is the case. So maybe I don't need this. 15% damage is okay. Double food and death blow resists are not my favorite penalties to trade for 15% damage, especially when I can get 20% from other ancestral stuff. So maybe I won't actually take this Raider's Talisman. We'll take this tough ring. Now we just ended up with 2 out of the same mission. And the Sun Cloak. Yeah, let's go ahead and collect sun stuff. And we can take our level 4 adventures against level 5 monsters in the light. All that surprise chance. Since we're mainly going after XP with when we go into level 5 to just ramp our guys up to level 6 as fast as possible, then I prefer to adventure in the light, I think. I'm at least gonna do that for my level 4s until they level up into 5s. And let's lock people in the sanitarium before I forget, because sometimes I forget. Okay, these guys have not needed stress resistance, although zoophobia can go. Dyspomania is probably not awesome either. Anemic hasn't done anyone any good. Look at all these people clear up debuffs. Mercurial, God-fearing. Claustrophobia. Like I said, I've never seen that trigger. Calm. Not gonna drink. That is a. Not gonna drink is fine. Let's get rid of calm, I guess. Oh, guys, we're winning the mental battle. We've crushed the game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hope it's not too boring for you. I just want to throw everyone in the flagellation chamber. It's true. That's my fave. Let's go to survivalist, because we may at some point pay for stuff. No, I don't want to throw that many crests out. What to do? Like I said, this is why I keep throwing out heirlooms. I don't have much use for them anymore. Unfortunamente. I wish, I really think the Nomad Wagon shouldn't take cash, but maybe should take heirlooms. Or cash and heirlooms, I think, would be awesome. Just a thought. And what is coming up? We go on a long hag hunt for a book of Constitution. Bloody herb, interesting. I could try and kill the hag witch. I really don't feel like trying it with just level 4s. Sorry. I can go on this medium or this long. Which one is worth more XP, do you think? We have leveled the wield up all the way to level 4. We probably need to work on the warrens and the ruins, as we don't have access to those bosses just yet. And the warrens has the longest way to go. It has the level 5 mission, so we will be going on that in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you appreciated the Battle of the Swine King. I'm not going to say it was particularly challenging, but I will tell you I learned that killing Wilbur first is a bad idea, for the most part. You can go back and watch my other fights with the Swine Overlord and for yourself and see how awful really those turned out when you're dealing with AoE stun attacks constantly. Well, I suppose that's it. I'll see you next episode. Please tune in. And if you know anyone else who's having trouble with the game, send them my way. They can always sharpen their skills through the Dark Renaissance series. Until then, farewell.